Hi everyone, let's start with some facts. First of all, I am a 58-year-old woman. I have type 2 diabetes. I've been using Ozempic for approximately 4 months. I began at the lowest dosage of 0.25 milligrams. So currently I am at 0.5 milligrams and I have been using that for approximately 2 months. My A1C has been greatly lowered and controlled at 6.5, which is the lowest that it's been since I was diagnosed with full-blown type 2 diabetes. Now, if you're on Ozempic, you know that it causes you to lose your appetite and lose your interest in food. Eventually, that is what happened to me. And I never really considered that that could happen to a person who's been fixated on food, who considers themselves to be a foodie, and who actually took this trip for the sole purpose of just trying new foods. I mean, of course, I wanted to see the sights, but no, I'm going to be honest, I wanted to try different foods. So here we go. Let's take a look at how we are going to start this journey. At this point, I haven't eaten in hours. I'm really hungry, and I decided to start with the grilled sofrito prawns. It came with quinoa salad. It came with the roll and butter. You can look on the menu and see all of the other things in there, but I was really happy about that glass of champagne. And this is what I left behind. It was good. For my next course, I decided on the pan-seared beef fillet. It looked better than it tasted, but I did eat it all. For dessert, I decided I would try the caramel mousse, but I have to admit by this time, I was no longer hungry. I was satisfied, but I did want something sweet. I didn't eat very much of it. It wasn't that great. It might have been great if I wasn't on Ozempic. I slept well, and for breakfast I decided on the scrambled egg wrap. Breakfast included muesli, jam, a croissant. I made my own tea because I am addicted to this Japanese milk tea. I'm struggling to do this one-handed, but it does have spinach and tomatoes and some, I forgot what type of meat, chorizo or sausage. The inside was pretty tasty. I didn't care for the muesli, but I did like the wrap. Good morning, everybody. It's 10:13 a.m. London time. It's 5:10 a.m. my body clock time. So we're getting ready to land shortly, and I had a nice breakfast. So once we land, I'll show you London. There are those that say that the food in London isn't very good. They describe it as bland, but I know that this is not true because there are so many people, so many cultures, so much diversity in London that the food has to be good. So we got a recommendation for a restaurant near our hotel, and I'm hoping for my first taste of fish and chips. We are at the Footman's, and we're having our first fish and chips of the trip. Me and Jackie are. And then this is a baked cod.
It's pan fried cod.
Pan fried.
Okay,
so let's, here is the fish. It's got little flakes of sea salt on there. Oh, I hear the crunch and another. Okay.
It was a bit full out, so it's got that one out for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, this is not, the batter is not too thick.
It's not that in between.
Yeah.
What? Isn't it unfolded?
Wow. That's so good. Okay. A little vinegar.
It's like Princess does a pub lunch where they have fish and chips. I've never been to it. They say it's good.
I'm gonna do it.
In the Wheelhouse Bar.
There are some peas here. Minted peas. So we're gonna try that.
She's doing them. I'm trying not to be in it.
Oh no, you can talk.
Are they good?
Yes.
What?
The minted peas are good to me. You wanna try some?
Do you mind?
No. You gotta come over here.
Just kind of a little bit.
Here, you want some fish too, Renee?
I'm gonna get fish and chips before we leave. This has got a little bit of a kick to it.
You know being food.
Spicy. What's that mean? Put it in the sauce. I like it. Yeah.
Girl,
I
haven't
tasted it yet, but I'm really, it don't look all that shit.
Go ahead. You want that crispy piece?
No, just with that little piece right here.
Yeah, go ahead. Ooh, that looks good.
Thank you.
All right, they got some homemade tartar sauce over here. Oh, let's see. Right here. Okay. Let's try the tartar sauce.
What's it? Oh, yeah. Go ahead, scoop some up. Yeah.
Tartar sauce is good.
Is it good?
It does not taste like Frisch's from Frisch's Big Boy.
Is it good?
Now here's
Oh,
some
me too.
mustard. Oh, what's this?
That's curry sauce.
Oh, God was like, this ain't no mustard. Yeah, this curry. I've always wanted to try
These
some.
have a little kick to them.
Yeah, but they're good.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Oh, the cassoulets.
This is good. You want to try it?
I'm gonna try some cassoulet.
Good.
Yeah, this is crunchy. It's not thick.
That's what I was thinking.
This is
I had in Ireland, it was like
a pan-seared pie. And here's some cassoulet beans that I've been wanting to try forever.
Oh, you good?
I love it. Oh, it's spicy. You're right. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, one last thing. We did not try this.
Oh,
What's that?
I said, if I can find a bone in the fish, it's okay. You know, people don't bone like coming back in the 60s with the fish.
This is how I expected my entire trip to be. But unfortunately, darn you, Ozempic, it didn't turn out like that.
The chefs keep on
oh, make it. Oh, it's got
Yeah, they keep on developing here. I'm not
Okay,
touching it.
Very good. So obviously, I enjoyed my first taste of authentic fish and chips. I will have to say that I didn't get that crunch that my friend Jackie got because her fish was fried much more crispier than mine, but it was so good. So far, Ozempic has not won out over my desire to explore new foods. We had a nice walk to the restaurant and back. On our way, we noticed a cupcake store, so it's time to try that. That's what the universe is telling me. So I'm gonna get a little one and a little chocolate. Look at the cutest little cupcake that I got from Lola's. I'm gonna try it. All right, so here we're gonna try.
Oh, you got the mini cupcake.
This is the red velvet. Normally, I would have wanted a full cupcake, but that tiny cupcake satisfied my appetite, and that's all I wanted.
It's very good. I think this is just good enough. I'm not sure what these eggs are. I will try to write them in there. Yeah.
Buford.
Buford eggs. Yes.
Brown eggs.
They are supposed to be a very special top of the line brown egg. So I'm gonna try it. But yeah, this is gonna be breakfast today.
I ate approximately half of the food that I had on my plate. I took a bite out of the pastries, 2 bites out of the croissant, which didn't satisfy me, 3 bites out of the chocolate croissant, which didn't satisfy me. I would say that the food was good, but it didn't thrill me.
I thought we was getting to the Rolls Royce. But that's okay.
We stayed at a very nice hotel called the Mayfair Hotel, and I didn't realize how posh it was until I saw those expensive cars parked out front. We scheduled a very long tour for this day, 8 hours. So jet lag is definitely a factor, and I am not feeling 100%. I'm just very tired and drained, but I'm excited still. Ozempic does tend to make you want to rest a lot. That's not really a good thing when you're on your first and possibly only tour of London.
Okay, it's like 12:30 in the afternoon here. I am tired. We have this 8-hour London tour, and it's a great tour, but whoa, when you do an 8-hour London tour the day after you done flew in from another country, be prepared to have jet lag, especially if this is 5 hours ahead and then your body tells you it's still morning. But we just saw Big Ben, and we are going to go to Harrods. And I believe Harrods is going to be our last stop. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's really one of my big things that I wanted to see. I have been waiting for this place. So far, I see just like a lot of perfumes. But we're getting ready to go to like where the groceries are and the food is at.
It's lunchtime, and we decided to have our lunch at Harrods. So they have a nice dining hall, and we selected the pasta restaurant or the pasta bar, although my eyes kept wandering over to the caviar bar. Everybody seemed to want the same thing, which was the pappardelle with the beef ragu, and we started out with a cabbage salad. I think it was a raw cabbage salad with a balsamic vinaigrette. I also enjoyed an Aperol spritz. Believe me when I say that I'm not a picky eater, and I am very hungry, and the food looked and smelled delicious, but I wasn't very enthusiastic about it. my friends kept saying, "Oh, the beef is so tender. Oh, it's really good." And I thought it was good. It was alright. I ate it all. After lunch, we did a little shopping, left Harrods, went back to the hotel, and we had a very long nap. At least half of us did. And the half of us that had a long nap slept past our reservation. So luckily, we were in walking distance of the restaurant where we were going to have dinner.
It is 8 p.m. and we are at Langan's restaurant. It is a restaurant that's right around the corner from our Mayfair Hotel restaurant, or Mayfair Hotel, and it's owned by Michael Caine. So I'll show you what I get.
I decided on the Hereford ribeye steak, and they did put the gravy on as an extra. I ate the whole thing. I must have been really hungry, guys. The menu is so cute. On the back of the menu, they draw a picture, a little art piece. For dessert, I had strawberries and cream, and there were so many strawberries, I shared it with everyone at the table. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday morning. We are checking out of the Mayfair Hotel. Before we check out, we're going to have a nice breakfast in their breakfast buffet. And then we're going to be on a 2-hour bus ride to Southampton, where we're going to board the Regal. Yeah, the Regal Princess. So I will see you in the dining hall. I know that you all can see how totally exhausted I look. I'm trying to hide it, but I am whooped. I love almond croissants with the almond paste in the middle. I love croissants in general. I could just sit there and eat a croissant, no butter, just warmed up a little bit. One of my favorite foods.
Okay, so I just decided I was going to try the beans in the red can, the croissants, the sausage, the Burford eggs, that's why they're so orange, and potato pancake, or potatoes.
I ate pretty much all of my breakfast, even though there wasn't really all that much. With the exception of the croissants, I took one bite of each. They just didn't do it for me. But the beans, it was the beans that were the winners. I am a big fan of the British beans.
So I break down, drop my own tears, then try to help someone else. Like I got powers from the cosmos, like my third eye's wide open. And I've always stood on 10 toes. Am I a liar? Cause that idea is deceitful. I'm more of a siren, a sultry creature.
I'm finally aboard the Regal Princess, and I'm very tired. It feels like a very long journey. I can't say if it's Ozempic, or if it's jet lag, or if it's just a mixture of both. It could just be a 2-hour bus ride. We're having drinks, sparkling water at a little bar called Bellini's, I believe. And we're going to make our way up to have pizza. It was so good. And you know what? One slice satisfied my cravings. I was no longer hungry. That was lunch. After getting settled into the room that I'll be in for the next 12 days, we did a little explorations, and then it was time for dinner. Baked potato soup was what I chose as a starter, and the consistency wasn't what I was used to, and I didn't really care for it as much. Then there was the Cajun fried chicken, and it was okay. Just wasn't as flavorful as I would have wanted. And the dessert, I'm just going to have to give it a thumbs down. I could only eat about 3 bites of it. Good morning. We are now in the country of Guernsey. Guernsey is not a part of the United Kingdom. However, it is a part of the British Isles. We are at St. Peter's Port, and what I intend to do is have a British country breakfast, starting with black tea and milk. None of that could ever make me leave. Yeah. Every time I look into your... Of course, I had to take a taste of that croissant. No, it wasn't given. But doesn't this breakfast look delicious? This is served in the formal dining room. Believe it or not, I didn't really care for my breakfast. My beans were not nearly as good as they were in the hotel. Did not care for the beans. The bacon was too salty. The hash was too salty. It was just okay. I should explain that I'm not much of a breakfast eater, but that food looked good. As I'm editing this, I'm like, I would crush that right now. But at least I'm wide awake. So you can see as I head off for our excursion, I am wide awake. Guernsey is such a beautiful place, and it is known for their beautiful flowers. They have fresh flowers that they put up everywhere. So this wasn't an organized excursion. We just hopped off at the town center and did some shopping and looked around, and then we returned to the ship and we had lunch.
Lunch at the Horizon Cafe. This beautiful, delicious salad. Oh yeah, and this plate. Vegetable curry with rice, beef short ribs, roast beef, horseradish sauce, some type of potatoes and tomatoes. And that looks good.
I only had a few bites of the salad because the salad dressing was tasteless. That wasn't the Ozempic. Everyone at the table said the same thing. I didn't eat the roast beef other than just maybe 2 or 3 bites because it was very tough throughout the entire cruise. The roast beef was always terrible. I ate all of the rib and I ate all of the veggies.
Okay, so full disclosure, I did have a big old dessert. I'm not gonna even go into details about it, but it was enjoyable. And now it's time to sit in a nice lounge, take care of some writing.
I honestly don't remember what dessert I had, but I do remember this drink. After that, I hit the spa, and then we took a long nap and prepared for dinner. Tonight was formal night, so my friends and I got gussied up, and it was about this time that I started to realize that I wasn't really enjoying the food as much as I wanted to.
French onion soup as a second appetizer. Wasn't overly excited about the duck, but this is pretty good. Good morning, everyone. We are now in Ireland. I suppose we're getting ready to land. Look at that. It's almost 8 a.m. So we are 5 hours ahead.
I should note that Ozempic is taken on a weekly basis. On the day that I take Ozempic, which is Thursdays, I typically don't react to it. I still have an appetite. Everything feels okay. The day after is when I begin to lose my appetite. And then the day after that, the second day after my injection, I really don't have much of an appetite. I don't begin to regain it until about 4, maybe 5 days later. So right now, because it's one day after my injection, I may start feeling the effects of the Ozempic.
So, see y'all later. First breakfast, then a tour. Breakfast.
My breakfast was really good today, and I enjoyed all of it. I think I ate pretty much everything.
So now a warm welcome to you here to Cove. Now Cove, C-O-B-H. A lot of people ask about the pronunciation of Cove. B and H together in Gaelic make the V sound because the letters X, V, W, X, Y and Z don't exist in Gaelic. So therefore the VH sound is a V in Gaelic.
As part of our excursion, we got to enjoy Irish coffee.
So here's some Irish coffee. It has coffee, just regular coffee, and it has this thick whipped cream, not like cream whip. And it has some bite of liquor in it, because I feel it. And I've only drinking this little bit, so cheers.
We took care of some shopping, and one of my travel companions convinced all of us to try the authentic Irish stew. She didn't have to talk us into it too much, but first I saw this beautiful pastry. I had to try it, and oh my God, it was delicious. And about that Irish stew, also delicious. Ireland is so beautiful, but do not go to Ireland getting northern and southern confused. They are two different places. One is a republic, and they will correct you. After our excursion, we went back and had a light dinner. Ravioli was delicious, and the custard was delicious. I ate every bite.
Good morning, everyone. It is 8 a.m. ship time, which is, like I said before, approximately 5 hours ahead of Eastern time. And I am going to enjoy a pre-breakfast out on the deck. It's my first pre-breakfast on the deck. Won't be my last. We are now in Dublin. I don't see the ship moving, so we must be docked. I'm just not on the right side to see anything of interest.
On this day, thankfully, we didn't have any excursions planned, even though we did decide to get off the ship later, but I really needed to rest and to sleep in. And I won't say that that's specifically due to Ozempic. I was just tired. There was a lot of activity. So after we did some things around the ship, we went and had lunch.
We're going to get off the ship in Ireland, Dublin. We're not actually in Dublin. I think we're in a place called Dunkirky. So first is going to be lunch, and I got Indian vegetables, turkey with I put peppercorn gravy, cranberry sauce, broccoli, chicken tenders, French fries. So I will get back with you once we get out there.
My lunch was only okay, so I may be back to not enjoying my meals as much. My friend and I took a train into the heart of Dublin. We didn't see that much, but we did see this.
Oh my God, there is a bird about to try to come up into that man's window. Lord, it don't got no string.
After returning to the ship, my friend and I decided we wanted a drink. Then we wanted another drink. Then we decided we wanted to eat. So we had a taco salad. I enjoyed it. I ate every bit of it. And that was the end of my day in Dublin.
Good morning, everyone. It is about 8 a.m. UK time, and today we are going into Belfast. It is kind of rainy looking out there, kind of dreary looking, but again, it's only 8 a.m. So right now, having breakfast, and then we're gonna head on out.
By this time, I'm getting really sick of eggs. I had 2 types of potatoes, sausage, that was hash, rice, and some Indian spice vegetables and toast. I didn't eat it all, but it was enough and it satisfied me. Our excursion took us through Derry, which is the home of the Derry Girls, if you know anything about them. I also got to see the Nobel Peace Prize.
So part of our tour today is that we get tea and scones. So here comes the tea man. Tea, please. Thank you. Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh, we are okay.
Scones were fresh, right out of the oven, delicious. The tea was very good. I didn't enjoy it as much. I just really didn't have an appetite for it. And guys, I really love scones. Now, I have eaten other things that I haven't filmed. I've had fruit. I've had cookies baked on the ship and other desserts on the ship. Wasn't always, happy with the desserts. I skipped them for the most part. I did order a double-decker the night after I had that taco salad, and oh my gosh, it was so good. So the thing is that sometimes it's just hit and miss. I don't want to eat a lot, but I kind of want to sample things often. And now it's time for the free lunch. We had a seafood salad, and it went like this.
I can't tell because I had the dressing on it. I don't know if it's salmon. I don't think it's salmon.
I was a little hungry, but I didn't finish my salad. I just didn't really enjoy it. You can tell by the way I'm picking at it. Now, this is not a criticism of the restaurant. This is just how I happen to eat when I'm on Ozempic. I just don't have an appetite. The main course was, you got it, Irish stew again, this time with boiled potato, boiled carrot, boiled broccoli. And the stew was just as tasteless as those vegetables to me, so I give it a thumbs down. Same with this dessert. I did not finish either.
We had a long day in Belfast. We had a tour of the city center in Londonderry. We had a scone and tea break, and then we had lunch. Then we had an opportunity to shop, and that was like over an hour drive, like an hour and a half drive. We drove past the Titanic Museum, so it was quite pleasant. I think we got started on the road about 8:30 a.m. and now it is probably, we got back about 5:30. I went to the spa to relax a little bit. We're gonna eat in a little while. I think I'm just gonna kick back for a minute. But yes, I enjoyed Belfast.
For dinner, I selected the meat lasagna and a corn chowder. I don't even have to tell you that I didn't like it and didn't eat much of it.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is, I woke up at 8 a.m., so it's about 8:15. It was bright and sunny, and I decided to look outside. What I didn't expect is to see this. I did not expect to see a whole building. I didn't expect us to be downtown Liverpool.
I had my pre-breakfast. It was a croissant, tea, orange juice. I'm not sure why I kept with the croissant. Maybe I kept expecting it to get better. It never did. They tasted just so old and stale. They were always hard, never warm, never flaky the way they're supposed to be. So anyway, and then my breakfast, I enjoyed my breakfast. Even though I said I was tired of eggs, I went for the omelet and loved it. I ate about half the food on my plate, but I was satisfied. My friends and I had an excursion planned later in the day, but we were only in Liverpool one day, so we were going to get off that ship and explore on our own. One of the things that we found was an art gallery and absolutely loved it. Charles Bukowski said, "Unless it comes out of your soul like a rocket, unless being still will drive you to madness or suicide or murder, don't do it. Unless the sun inside you is burning your gut, don't do it. When it is truly time, and if you have been chosen, it will do it by itself, and it will keep on doing it until you die or it dies in you. There is no other way, and there never was." I felt a little hungry at lunch, but I didn't want very much. The spare ribs looked really good and they tasted good. I did eat everything on my plate. And now the true excursion begins, the one that we actually paid for, which includes a half pint and lunch. But first, we got to see some Beatles.
This strip is popular for the Beatles, having played over 200 times.
A free meal came with a pale ale, which was very nice. We also got pickled cabbage. I liked the pickled cabbage. I couldn't eat very much of it. And then, of course, our main course was meat stew. Yay! It was really good, but I just dipped my bread in it. I couldn't even eat a full spoonful. I guess when you do a trip like this, be prepared for lots of stew. And our tour guide didn't even say what kind of meat was in it. He just said a meat stew. So that night, dinner was just hamburger and fries. Good morning, everyone. It is 6:30 in the morning, bright and early, and today I am in Glasgow. Getting ready to head out for breakfast so that we have a very early tour starting at 7:30, and this is where we're just getting to go into the center of Glasgow and shop at our own pace. That will be a welcome relief. Feels kind of cool, not cold, but I got my jacket, so I'll see y'all there. I did eat the majority of my breakfast minus that croissant, and I enjoyed it.
Shopping in Glasgow.
While in the Apple store, we were given a recommendation for a good restaurant to try haggis for the first time. The Art and Marchen restaurant. That's hard to pronounce, but yeah, that's the name. I had a starter of olives. I am addicted to olives. Nice, briny, flavored olives. And these were excellent. I ate all of them, all by myself.
Okay, so this is the tatis. This is the haggis, and this is the neeps. And this is a whiskey sauce. So, neeps, tatis. These are turnips, and this is the haggis. And this is a whiskey sauce. Let's try the whiskey sauce first. It's like a gravy, but with a little bit of sweetness to it. I'm gonna try the neeps first. Turnips are good. Potatoes are good. Now we're gonna try the haggis. It's very puddingy, soft. They're good. It reminds me of pate and meatloaf mixed together. Very good.
I am so happy that I chose this day post Ozempic to try the haggis for the first time. It has been a bucket list meal of mine for decades. I've always known that I would have an affinity for this type of food, for this type of soul food. And I was not wrong. I thoroughly loved it. Our group was selected for the Chef's Table event, and I am so happy I had an appetite.
But Eugene is here with us to explain you all about this fantastic dish in front of you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eugene. I'm from Philippines. I'm a sous chef here. I'm in charge in Deck 6 dining room for both Allegro and Concerto. I'm also in charge in all the chef's table on board, as well as the winemaker's table. We start with your appetizer. Let's start on the rectangular plate on the lower part, on the left side. That is our halloumi hummus, deconstructed brick salad. Consists of feta cheese, grilled halloumi, marinated vegetables, orange segments, marinated black olives, and some artichokes. And on the middle, the three dots, that is a papaya puree, which complements the dish. On your right side, that is our citrus salmon gravlax, garnished with avocado mash and fried parsley. On the upper left, this is most of the chef's favorite on board. That is our strawberry compote chicken marinated in herbs sliders. And on the middle, that is our seared ahi tuna, garnished with the beddings of seaweeds and edamame seeds, garnished with asparagus and tuna belt, with a touch of sour cream and caviar. And on the right side, that is a sturgeon caviar over sour cream and steam roasted potato, garnished with chive antennas.
Wow. Yes. Thank you.
So, in front of you is one of the most famous Italian dishes, saffron rice risotto alla milanese. Saffron rice, also buco. Of course, we keep the bone for us, we give it just the meat. We have this beautiful Aperol and Prosecco sorbet with a little raspberry on top, of course. And to make things a bit more interesting, this beautiful lady will fill up the sorbet with this grape juice vodka.
Let's go for your lovely main course. On the left side, that is a lobster thermidor, a classic dish here in Princess Cruises. Consists of mushroom, lobster meat, the glaze in cherry wine, mustard hollandaise sauce with a combination of bechamel sauce. And on the middle, that is our beef tenderloin wrapped in pancetta, stuffed with gorgonzola cheese, with the beddings of grilled portobello mushroom, sauteed mushroom, pappardelle of vegetables, topped with Bernaise sauce and fried potatoes. And on the right side, that is our beef demi-glace and a dot of red beet puree.
Coffee mousse and Baileys, and with a little vanilla ice cream on your right side.
And what's
The Sommelion is the sweet wine that goes along with this beautiful dessert. Give us well.
And what's the salsa? What's that?
That's caramel. That's pure caramel.
Caramel.
Melted sugar. You can eat that as well. My tooth cannot manage that because it's very hard.
This was such a beautiful and special event, but nothing appealed to me. I barely ate any of that food. Good morning, everybody. Today is a sea day, so we do not get off at port. Not many pictures today, and today felt like an oatmeal type of day. And coffee, some milk, and some orange juice. So, yeah. So lunch was chili con carne, which I enjoyed, didn't love. On sea days, the Princess Cruise Lines has a high tea, which is really good, honestly. Sandwiches, scones, I just didn't enjoy it this time. My lunch of spare ribs, coleslaw, and a sprinkling of French fries was just okay. I didn't enjoy my dinner either. Being on Ozempic is like having a huge meal that you love, and then right after that, having someone offer you pizza. That pizza is not going to satisfy you, even though it might be the best pizza in the world. That is Ozempic. We are in Scotland, home of Outlander, one of my favorite shows. I had a relatively big breakfast, but that bread you see I didn't eat. That is banana bread, which I packed away for this long excursion. I made a banana bread and cream cheese sandwich, which I placed in my backpack. When you have type 2 diabetes and you're going to be out for a long time, it's a good idea to bring snacks. I didn't need this snack, so I did end up tossing it. This is going to be a long excursion day. So while you enjoy pictures of the castle I visited, it was Cawdor Castle, and then later Urquhart, which is where Loch Ness is. But let's talk about a few things. I'm sure you noticed that little tag I put on there about missing my Ozempic day. So many people are talking about Ozempic in terms of weight loss. Although I do want to lose weight, I use it to control my A1C, which it has been doing. However, I've never missed a whole full week. But for prescription reasons, I decided not to request an extra dose. You can imagine how expensive that medicine is and how hard it is to get. So I figured if I controlled my eating, which I have been able to do, I should be able to miss a full dose. We'll see, because now we have lunch. The excursion lunch began with a glass of wine, a starter, and haggis and chicken. Oh my God, and it was so good. I ate, almost every bite of the haggis. And that dessert, amazing.
Lunch was awesome here. Best Western Palace.
Many people who take Ozempic for weight management, they talk about taking time off of Ozempic maybe for a vacation. And I guess this last week is my test to see if that's even feasible. I know that my appetite is going to return. After that long excursion, when we returned to the ship, we decided to hit the Crown Grill for a nice dinner. My salad was beautiful. I had a great looking appetizer, and the lamb chops, delicious. The thing is that I've already eaten so much during the day, I didn't have much of an appetite.
Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It is about 7:30 maybe, and it is a nice day for once. It's kind of been a little chilly, not cold, but chilly and humid. So today we are in South Queensferry. Let me make sure I got that right. South Queensferry, which is Edinburgh. And we're getting ready to hit our own tour. We're just gonna hop on either a bus or take a taxi into Edinburgh. First stop, breakfast. That is the UNESCO Bridge, the World Bridge, or so Jackie Kelly told me. And so it's Edinburgh is supposed to be a beautiful location. Can't wait to see it.
I enjoyed my breakfast once again and included curry vegetables.
Edinburgh Castle.
I could literally live here. I love this place so much, and it is a mecca for writers.
On the Royal Mile. So after Edinburgh Castle, which is up this way, then you go about a mile down here, and this is where all of the shopping, move out the way, buses are coming.
My friends and I stopped for lunch. I had the tiniest Coca-Cola I've ever seen in my life and some of the best fish and chips. Delicious. Back on the ship, I went to the formal dining room and had borscht. Yes, that's what that is borscht. And I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it, but I will just say that I didn't eat it and I was not inclined to film the rest of my meal.
Oh, look at all these good morning, beautiful cakes. Oh, tiramisu, strawberry over there, a carrot cake over there.
Sea days are about resting, relaxing, and enjoying the ship, and of course eating. After sleeping in, we had a delicious brunch. It was like a festival brunch, and I really enjoyed it. I ate pretty much everything. Let's just say that with Ozempic working its way out of my system, the interest in food, the love for food, and the taste of delicious food is starting to return. A little while later, it was time for high tea, and I thoroughly enjoyed it and trying to figure out why I didn't enjoy it as much the first time. That evening, we had our final formal dinner. I started with the seafood deviled eggs, the escargot, and then finally the main course that everyone looks forward to, steak and lobster. Dessert was crepes Suzettes.
Hey everyone, I am in France. This is our final excursion. Actually, we had an excursion But two of my friends decided we just didn't want to do it. One of my friends, so two of us decided we didn't want to do it. So we're just gonna just hop on a bus and go to the city center, which only takes about 15 minutes. And it is about 1 o'clock France time. And I already had breakfast, I already had lunch. So we are going to hit these mean streets of France.
There wasn't much to see in this town in France. It was Sunday and all of the shops were closed. Luckily, we found this mall. By this time, I think I was kind of over filming everything that I ate. I remember that I didn't eat anything in France. I wanted to try like something Americanized. I saw a restaurant with an American hamburger, but after walking 2 hours just to get to the mall, we were in a rush to get back. Sadly, I documented 2 weeks of a vacation, every single thing I ate, until the final day when I didn't document barely anything that I ate. I can tell you that I went back to the Italian restaurant on the ship and had 2 bowls of ravioli. After I returned home, I hopped on a scale and I had gained 2 pounds. A week later, I had a doctor's appointment and my A1C had shot up 1 entire point. Now, in all honesty, one of the things that I didn't show was the number of shortbread cookies I bought while I was in Scotland and while I was in Harrods. Now, I didn't eat that many while I was on the ship, but once I got home, let's just say that I had to basically start Ozempic all over again, meaning that I had to build up a resistance to food again. Keep in mind that I'm only using 0.5 milligrams of Ozempic and I only missed 1 dosage. I got right back on it the following Thursday. Sadly, my doctor didn't even know I had dropped 1 point. Like, I'm not going to sit there and brag about it when I don't have any proof to show it. So this is my advice about taking a bucket list vacation while you're on Ozempic. Number 1, see your doctor before the visit, not after. Number 2, don't do it if your main reason for the vacation is to enjoy the food, because I certainly didn't.